Brothers and sisters, let's talk about how the countryside in England or Scotland or Northern Ireland is so racist. I saw this story in the Daily Skeptic and I just had to shake my head. Overwhelmingly white countryside needs more halal food, report claims. Well, right off the bat, I'm going to say that that report is racist because it's calling out white. White's a race. All right, let's see what this has to say. The countryside is overwhelmingly white. Well, yeah, because it's England, and England and Scotland have traditionally had Caucasian people, and most of the people in the rural areas are still Caucasian. I think this is a fact. And needs more halal food, a report from the University of Leicester's Center of Hate Studies on Rural Racism has claimed. In the report, academics claim that ethnic minority communities face challenges in the countryside because rural England is overwhelmingly white. This creates feelings of discomfort, the report states, and the psychological burden that comes with navigating predominantly white spaces. The report also raises concerns that traditional pub culture and other monocultural customs are exclusionary. All right, so because lots of foreigners are coming to the UK, we've got to change our culture to make it more welcoming for them. That's what I'm reading. I don't agree. Our culture is our culture. And when people come to other countries, they need to assimilate. They do not need to be changing our culture, wherever that is, America, UK, wherever it is. It states that the countryside lacks appropriate facilities to meet religious and cultural needs and does not cater for dietary norms that are rooted in religious and cultural practice, such as kosher, halal, adding to feelings of exclusion. If there are very few people that need those religious things and very few people that need specific dietary norms, it's silly to go out and do it. It would be like saying, hey, in America, hey, you know what? We've been getting all these migrants from India and they're all high-tech workers. And a lot of them are vegetarians. And so because of that, we need to stop, everyone else should stop eating as much meat. And we need to have lots more vegetarian dishes out there. That's not how it works. How it works is if enough Indians come to America, then it becomes economically viable to provide that food for them. You can't provide it before they're here. It doesn't work because you're just going to end up throwing it all away because people aren't going to eat it because those white people that this article is talking about don't traditionally eat that. So it's silly. Glasgow's the curry capital of Europe, I've heard. People will eat what they want to eat, and stores will provide the food that they want to provide. And when enough people of Hindu faith show up, they'll build a Hindu temple. If enough Sikhs show up, they'll build a Sikh temple. And you know what? If enough Muslims show up, they'll build a Muslim temple. You don't need to build all this stuff ahead of time. This is actually racist. This whole report is racist against white people. To tackle rural racism and increase diversity, a series of recommendations are set out in a section of the report. How can we make the countryside more inclusive? The report notes that the availability of halal food or spaces for prayer could make significant difference in whether people feel comfortable visiting the countryside. It states that rural businesses should adapt to improve cultural sensitivity, saying welcoming minoritized individuals into the countryside means more than tolerance. It requires thoughtful adaptation, sustained inclusion efforts, and willingness to change. These suggestions mark the conclusion of a 2-year project led by Professor Neil Chakraborty, Leicester's Hate Studies lead, along with his colleagues Amy Clark, Professor Corinne Fowler. Professor Fowler assisted the National Trust's controversial 2021 report into the colonial connections of its country houses. Okay, so Professor Fowler, is her first name Karen? Nope, it's Corinne. That's close. Corinne Fowler. Rural Racism Project Towards an Inclusive Countryside was funded by the Leverhulme Trust, a charity established by William Lever, the first Viscount Leverhulme, the plantation-owning soap magnate behind Unilever. Oh, okay. All right, so this is all nonsense. Most businesses, unless they're just super woke, will not do any of this because it's just going to cost them money. If they start making halal, they're just going to throw away more stuff because nobody wants to eat it right now. But when enough people want to eat it, they will make it. And so I really hope the government doesn't mandate some of this nonsense because it's nonsense. Let economics drive products to the people that live wherever it is that you want to provide those products. You can't put the cart before the horse, and it's not racist to say that. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe if you liked it. If you don't like me, don't watch me. Hey, tell me I got it wrong. If I got it wrong, we'll see. We'll see what you guys think. Thanks. Bye.